Is everyone having a good time so far this evening? So we like to hear. We'd have to get all our Abercrombie and Finch models. They were just lounging in the chairs. It was a bit tough to get them back inside, but glad we did. We've got a full house ready for the speeches and the formality part of the evening. And first up, we have a very proud man. I feel blessed to know. We have a big round of applause for our father of the bride, Mr. Craig George. Pretty celebrity in the room.
I know him.
And they said he didn't prepare a speech. Alright, before we start, I think the first thing you know is I am a wedding photographer. And the worst thing I hate is getting bad photos of the fathers talking. So, Nina, just come over here, see? So, are you ready for this?
I'm just going to go here.
So get ready. So, this is me being really happy and joyful. this is me just laughing at someone over there. And now I'm going to get sentimental and sad. Okay, so we've covered off the photos that I always get bad ones off, alright? So, that's really cool. So I know a lot of people have travelled probably more than an hour, 2 hours, and some have travelled the globe to be here. So I just really want to thank you and honour you for being here to celebrate such a wonderful occasion, the wonderful wedding of Ash and Tom. I think you can see it's a spectacular. It really is a spectacular place that they've chosen to come and become this lifelong partners. And as I say, I just want to thank you all for coming along and enjoying your time here. I also want to really extend a really warm welcome to Karen and Duncan and Connor and you've come a long way to be here with us. I really do appreciate you joining in with us and being part of the family group here. So thank you very much for coming along. How about we just raise our glasses to the Hacons? That includes Ashley Hacon.
Keep your dress on, Jeff.
Now, the next person, I just want to have a quick acknowledgement of somebody. She's sitting at the front here. The amazing lady that's brought me into this world and has been a grandmother to Ashley. Nana George, sitting here in all her splendour as the Queen of the Crown. And moving on from there to Ashley's grandparents, Richard and Jean Owen. I just want to thank you for giving us such a beautiful gift in my wife Lindsay, and that's now flown on to our daughter Ashley. I just also, before we go any further, I want to thank the staff of the Total House here, the people who have put this venue together. It's really a spectacular place. And the staff here that are serving us tonight, I really do thank you for what you've done and helped out here. So thank you for that. The stylists from Nunu that have helped pull all this together, incredible. I know Ashley had an incredible vision to pull this together for tonight, so I just want to thank you all for helping out there. To Nina Claire, I know what it's like to be the photographer on the night, and I know how much work goes into it, so you can hide if you like, but big thank you to you.
Thank you.
I've heard a lot of people talk about the celebrant, Victoria Langham. Now, she did a wonderful job, just really kept her place in the role and really gave these guys a good space to join themselves together, so that was fantastic. To my mate Anthony Hughes, a music guy, we've probably done about a dozen weddings together, so look, I really love his work, and I want to thank him for being here and sharing this special night with us as well. I know this next lady will be thanked a lot, especially later on tonight, but that cake is just phenomenal. I have never seen a cake like that at a wedding before. Jess Bedamont, thank you so much for such a vision. And I know that a lot of people know that we have a few issues with this beautiful dress that Ashley's got on. There's a lady that's not here tonight, but just a huge cheer to Sandra Brennan, who actually just saved the day and brought Ashley into such an incredible remake on a dress in 2 weeks. So thank you, Sandra Brennan. I really want to thank Hugo Boss. I want to thank Hugo Boss because Hugo Boss actually finally gave Tom some style. Thanks to the guys from Bridal Bar who have helped Ashley with her hair and makeup today. Tonight we've really got an opportunity to create some incredible memories. So these guys have got a lifetime of just things to look back on and what they really loved and enjoyed about tonight. So we've got such a great time to really eat, drink and celebrate. I know some of us will have more than others, but it's okay, Tom. I've got a bucket outside for you. Now, the words are stunning and radiant and simply beautiful. That's my daughter. We've always taught our children to be really independent, not fear the world, get out and encourage them to find their own path. And I guess that's what Ash found with Tom when she was wandering through England. Thank you, Hannah. Yeah, I think Hannah feels a little bit guilty. Ash has always been a fireball. She came to this world with her fingers, her hands in fists, and her eyes wide open, and she always had this saying that she'll do it herself. And that is actually down to a T. She's a very determined girl. She's a beautiful girl and wonderful. And we just know that whatever she wants to do in life, she'll be able to do and achieve. You've picked a good girl, Tom. Knowing Ash, and I know so many of the young guys here that have been to our place for parties and that type of thing, and one of Ashley's highest values is her friendship and her loyalty. And I know that from everything she's told me over the years. So many of you have stuck by her through thick and thin. You've been there when she's been at her lows. You've also been there to celebrate her highs. You've come to celebrate milestones at our house and a lot of the parties, and what you call gatherings, with my mate Vinny the bouncer over there. So Vinny kicked a lot of you guys out. But in the end, you're all here because Ashley loves you. You're her best friends. You're the closest people that she wants to have around you. So I just want you to know that you're here because you are so special to her and to Tom. As for Tom, Tom is the yin to Ashley's yang. They fit together. They sometimes seem like the odd couple, but they somehow fit together, and it's a perfect match in so many different ways. I do mean it in a nice way, by the way. I think he was a little bit nervous when he first met us. He got off the aeroplane and he came to our place, and he and Lindsay consumed a bottle of gin together. So I think there's a few nerves there, but it's in that we don't bite. We're friendly people, and the history's from there.
You love gin.
Together they have a connection. They love, they laugh, and they're incredible friends. And they've got Delilah. My 2 cents of advice for you is comparison will be the thief of your joy. You don't want to compare yourselves to others, to what other people are in their lives. Live your life, live it under your terms. Do what you want to do, and don't try and keep up with anybody else. Just live life on your terms. You've got an incredible tribe of people around here that support you, love you, and it's really important that you know that they're here and they've got your back. The other speakers up here tonight, they're going to be pretty nervous. I'm sure Guy's going to be nervous when he gets up. But they'll do an incredible job, and they're here to support you as well, so I'll look forward to hearing what those guys got to say. So from after the speeches, get together, meet new people, have a few drinks, smash the dance floor, and really rip into this party. Thank you. Thank you.
one dad joke.
The thing is, Craig's actually been practicing those poses all week in front of the mirror. Hopefully we got the good photos. Next up.
He's gone.
A second ago, I was just got too nervous. Like, nah, I'm not doing this. Ran off. Next, we get to hear from our best man. Give me a round of applause for Guy.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Tom's younger brother and best man, Guy. The English have a level of reserve that normally prohibits telling anyone from what we truly think.
Step up on it.
But thankfully, I've been living in Australia for a year now, so I'm going to share with you what I really think. I'm incredibly proud and happy for Tom. Ashley is a strong woman, and I can't say Tom is going to have an easy time. But as this beautiful wedding shows, Ashley puts in hard work and gets results. And I think that's the kind of woman you want fighting in your corner. As a couple, Tom and Ashley have definitely overcome the challenges natural to a life well lived. Be it backpacking through India, or moving their lives across 10 time zones. I don't think we've seen half of their collective potential, but I'm already mightily impressed. When the people closest to us make great changes to their lives, our lives must react and change too. Tom and Ashley have forced changes in my life. And for this, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you for opening up my horizons to an amazing new country, a wonderful new family in the Georges, and of course, having the opportunity to celebrate today with all of you. Without further ado, I'd like to raise a toast to my brother and his beautiful bride, Ashley. I love you both very much. To the bride and groom. Cheers.
Next up, we have one of our lovely bridesmaids to come up and read a message from some of their friends. So if you please welcome up to the microphone our lovely bridesmaid, Jamie.
So we have a beautiful bridesmaid and groomsmen that couldn't be here today. So they've just got some words that they would like to say. After spending all the exciting moments with you in the past few years, it doesn't feel right that we won't be able to celebrate one of the most important days with you. Sorry, I'm crying. This is just a new beginning, and we hope to share all the special times to come. As we would expect, baby Haywood is already a pain in the ass.
I'm never going to forgive that dumb baby, even though I love it so much.
But the love for their Auntie Ash and Uncle Tom will make up for it. We love you, Hacons, and wish nothing but the best and for fertility. Love always, Chris and Raph. It's now time to play. Can you raise glasses to Chris and Raph and to the bride and groom?
wish you could leave these photos up here. It doesn't really stay. It's very fitting. Alright, next up we get to hear from our lovely maid of honour. She's already over here. I love everyone's so keen to get to the microphone. Give me a round of applause. Mary Murray.
Yo, yo, yo. Just kidding. Good evening, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Mary, and I've been given the great honour of being one of Ash's bridesmaids. When Ash first asked me to be maid of honour, it was one of the sweetest, nicest friendship moments of my life. Until she followed it with, haha, sucked in, now you've got to do a speech. So here goes. First of all, thank you everyone for coming today to share in Ash and Tom's special day. Ashley, you look absolutely incredible, and Tom, even without the top hat, you still look very handsome. It's been a wonderful day so far, and the night's only just begun. Thank you to my fellow bridesmaids, the groomsmen, Ash and Tom's friends, and family members who've travelled from far and wide to celebrate with us. As one of Ash's oldest and closest friends, I particularly appreciate all those of you who have supported Ash in her preparations for today. She's an amazing girl who deserves an amazing day. I'd like to also take this opportunity to thank Craig and Lindsay, not only for their support of Ashley today and throughout her life, but also for taking on the role of surrogate parents to me and half of Heathcote High. Where are they? Okay, that's confusing. Of course you are responsible for the gorgeous, intelligent bride we see tonight, but I think you may have also had a hand in helping the rest of us hooligans in becoming the reasonably respectable adults you see today. When I heard Tom had proposed to Ash, my first thought was, wow, doesn't he know about the obsession with bunnies and puppies? Hasn't he ever had the terrifying experience of being in the passenger seat of the Excel? Has he never seen her in full-on control freak mode? Ash's quirks, however, are offsetted by all her many admirable qualities. To illustrate, let me tell you the story of the night that I decided Ash was my best friend. We were in high school and had been at Ben Ross's backyard party. Ash had gone home for the night along with about 10 other teenagers who she decided could sleep over and would be looked after by the long-suffering Lindsay and Craig. I was still partying away when my long-term boyfriend, Sean, decided to dump me. Absolutely hysterical, convinced as many teenage girls would be that my world was over. Ash jumped out of bed. She ran all the way to the other side of East Heathcote in the middle of the night to be by my side. After stalking the streets ready to do some serious damage to Sean and any girl that dared look at me, she decided I was too distraught to walk home and she piggybacked me all the way back to her house. Upon arriving home, she whipped up some nachos, handed me a passion fruit UDL, turned the lights on, violently woke everyone up, and proceeded to orchestrate the most systematic and structured game of spin the bottle I've ever witnessed. All in an effort to cheer me up.
Everyone kiss Marin.
For sure.
This story pretty much summarises Ash as a person and as a friend. She's the kind of girl who would move heaven and hell for you. She's compassionate, strong, loyal, ridiculously organised, a little bit scary and slightly inappropriate. They say that stories are data with soul, that at the heart of every story is a reflection of the soul of its creator. Each of the bridesmaids, and indeed probably most people in this room, have stories to tell about Ash. I wish we could tell them all, but in the vein of keeping it short and sweet, the bridesmaids looked at all of our stories and came up with the heart, the picture these stories created of Ash. Playful, beautiful, glamorous, artistic, thoughtful, bootylicious, happy, young, a wonderful laugh, passionate, crazy, control freak, loving, affectionate, unique, and fearless was what we came up with. So, who could handle so much awesome in one tiny body? Enter Tom. When Ash decided she was going off to travel the world and live overseas, I was devastated, but also quietly confident that she wouldn't last long and be home before I knew it. But didn't she prove me wrong? I guess you can also add brave, stubborn and independent to that list. When she Skyped to tell me about Tom, I could see how happy she was, and I could tell straight away that this boy was special. So I finally booked a flight over to England to meet this Tom fellow. Now, I'm not the kind of person that's good at giving compliments, and Tom's not the kind of person who's good at receiving them. But I have to say, I really liked him from the get-go. My first impressions of him were intelligent, humble, and maybe a tad quirky. Tom, you and Ash complement one another perfectly. You're a good man, I respect you, and I trust you completely to look after my best friend. Thank you for loving and completing our gorgeous Ashley. Ash, I look at you today and I'm so proud of you, of all you've accomplished and the person you've grown into. You are utterly beautiful, both inside and out, and I'm so lucky to be able to call you my friend. Ash and Tom, on behalf of my fellow bridesmaids, I'd like to wish you a wonderful wedding day and a prosperous future as man and wife. We wish you success, happiness, laughter, and a continued friendship and love that grows each day. We wish you a beautiful life and an endless love story. Could everyone please join me in raising their glass to Ash and Tom? Cheers.
And just for the record, Sean, she's so over you. She's been waiting over a decade to tell that story. The other guy she passionate to the bottle for. I don't know who Sean is, I don't know if that's true. Doesn't work.
They have a bit.
Alright, I'll take that back. Finally, we get to hear from our groom this evening. Can we have a big round of applause for the man of the moment, Tom Hacon.
How do you go after that?
Chest out, Tommy. Chest out.
Shoulders back. Shoulders back. Right. I actually was going to get the speech printed this morning, but the printer was closed, so I had to handwrite it. And my handwriting is pretty terrible, so if I can't read a few words, that's you know why. So thanks everyone for coming. Look, we're having a good time. It means a great deal that you've all put the effort in to come up here for the weekend to celebrate with us. It means a lot to us both that you're able to come up here. It's been mentioned already, but I'd first like to take a moment to remember those that can't be here today. If Chris had only kept his dick in his pants a little longer, he's only got himself to blame. I actually had two versions of that paragraph, one with him here and one without, so part of me's glad he's not here, so the bridesmaids, each of you have a special place in Ash's heart, and I know she's so happy that she can share this special day with all of you. You all look beautiful, and I'll be the first to thank each of you for being in Ash's life. I'm not sure what I would have done without you, to be honest. It would have been pretty hard without you guys. So just stay friends with her, alright? Please. Or if there's any stand-ins, just tag in and out as you feel, as you like.
Well, I don't want to labour the point, but seriously. The cynics among you may think that 5 bridesmaids is a little too many, greedy even. But when I tell you the original list had 15 names on it, then you'll congratulate me for whittling it down to just 5. So if it was up to Ash, I think about half the women in this room would be wearing the same dress. So, yeah, I think the website probably would have sold out to me. To the groomsmen, my brothers, first of all, thanks for coming. First of all, it's a long journey. Guy's been here since January, so less thanks to him because he's been here for a while. But to Connor and Jen, I know it's a long way, and Connor's studying, but Jen's not really doing that I'm told it was relatively easy finding dresses for the bridesmaids, but finding suits for a family of cyclists is not that easy. The idea was floated, but quickly shot down, unfortunately. I can't tell you how many suits we tried on where the jackets, they fitted great, and the pants looked good, but as soon as we tried to get them over our thighs, that was curtains for those. So, thank God we actually found some suits that fit. And the groomsmen looked great as well. Obviously, there was a final groomsman in the party that unfortunately couldn't be with us, although his face is just behind me. He's been a good friend over the past few years. Chris and Rafa live in the same apartment block as us, and we see him all the time. It's pretty great seeing your 2 best friends all the time, but what's even better is how well organised and all round a good husband Chris makes me look. So for that I'm pretty grateful. I look pretty good squared up to him, so I'm quite pleased with that. As we've already, as has already been mentioned by Craig, he must have read this part of my speech, but a few people have made it all the way from the UK to be at this day. So I'd like to thank the following people for making the trip. My family, my groomsmen of course, and mum and dad who really sort of made me who I am today. So I'm especially thankful for that. Mabruk, really didn't think you were going to come, so it's pretty great that you're here. Even though he never stops going on about how great Melbourne is. No. Hannah, Rama and Tom, Sharon and Toby as well, and Nigel, all the way from the UK, although he has been here for about 40 years, so that doesn't quite count. But yeah, thanks for being here anyway. A couple of friends have also come from New Zealand to be here. So to the rest of you, you guessed that that have seen them. You're not seeing double. They are actually twins. So Nelly and Elsa, thank you so much for being here. It's great to have you here. You're really close friends of Ash's when we lived in London, so to have you here is really special. So thanks for being friends with Ash in London as well. That was great. I took the pressure off. Big thanks to Jess. It's already been mentioned, but the cake looks incredible, so it's worth another round of applause, I'm sure. Jess is not only a great friend, but she's a professional pastry chef. So any brides to be, be sure to pick up a business card before the end of the night. I've got her number, so you can give her a shout anytime.
our website too.
Yeah, there's a website as well. Just search Jessica Pedamont and you'll find it.
Tom built the website.
I don't want to plug my own work, but yeah. Right, just let me have a sip of beer. I was going to just look down, I wasn't going to ad lib, but there's a bit of ad lib in there, so just, Alright. Last but by no means least, Craig and Lindsay. Where's Craig? Is Craig doing something? He's taking my seat. Lindsay's just down there. That's right, Craig. You can sit back down. Today, it really wouldn't have been possible without all the effort you've put in over the recent months. And beyond that, it's thank you so much for welcoming me into your family and into your home. Of course, the first 3 months we were in Australia, we spent in Heathcote, and we moved out. Not as quickly as we could. Craig, alright, don't laugh loud. Craig, it's always great to share a beer with you. And Lindsay, it's always great to eat your lemon meringue pie, which is pretty great. Every Sunday lunch. No, I look forward to plenty more of them as well. Alright, Ash, this day really. Oh, the afterthought, yeah, my wife. Look, this day really would not have been possible without Ash to organise the whole thing. I cannot emphasise enough how little I did. I did very little in the way of organisation, and on many occasions was probably more of a hindrance than a help, to be honest.
Yeah, likewise.
I said all right, well, we're here now. It all worked out for the best. It will be little comfort, and I said this to Ash the other day, it will be little comfort, I'm sure, but given the past year, again, I'd be way more supportive than I have been, so. Future husbands, take note. Although your wife's probably all got it in hand. Just take it easy. And at the fifth time of asking as a general rule, then you do it. Ash is shaking his head. I can hear about this later. You're not a psychopath, though. You're not. You're in a room full of people. You're not. Get us alone. Look, Ash is the reason we're all here today at such a beautifully decorated venue. This was her vision. This was one of the many things that I didn't have much input on. So this is all her. So if everyone could, please raise a glass to Ash for making the venue look so beautiful, because this really was her vision. I think I'm back in the good books for that one. We met 5 years ago in a bar, as we've already sort of discussed. Bloody son of a. Ash was visiting Hastings with our friend Hannah, who is here today, thankfully. I served them drinks, and we had a brief chat. that 5-minute conversation was all it took for her to fall for me. I'm going to hear about that one later. It was actually a few months later when Hannah set us up. We met again over dinner, and I saw the same spark in Ash's eyes that I saw in the bar that night, and I knew that she was the girl for me. So, and but there is one more thing as well. You know, she strikes an uncanny resemblance to my in class. Who's definitely a winner in my book.
I've got you, Tom.
Australians who make up about 95% of the crowd, you won't really know who she is, but she's a babe. So. She's a real babe. Excuse me. Ash and I lived in London for 2 years. We travelled through Asia together, and been settled in Sydney for the past sort of 3 odd years. It's been the best sort of 5 years of my life. We've known highs, lows, and on occasion have butted heads. But I always know that whatever happens, we'll end up together on the sofa, binging on our favourite TV shows with Delilah curled up on us. Delilah, the star of the show. It could be Parks and Recreation, it could be Breaking Bad, could be Gossip Girl. My choice, not hers. Or any number of other shows. But regardless of what we're watching, I'm in my happy place. And it's good to know that now we're married, I can stay in that place forever. I'm never going back to work. I've had a week off, and fuck, it's great. So I actually wrote something for Ash. She received it this morning, so her and her bridesmaids would have read it already, but I'll read it to you guys now. I'll try and hold back the tears, and bridesmaids and Ash can try and hold back the tears. So here goes. We've called London and Sydney our home. Had many adventures over the years, and I'm sure there'll be many more to come. I'll always sleep on the right, you the left. I love waking up next to you each day and falling asleep next to you each night. I look forward to the years of nachos, plush burritos, and enchiladas too. And me doing the dishes after you. Our wedding day is just the beginning. Morning family walks with Delilah, late breakfasts and afternoon snoozes. I never thought I would find my soulmate, but I have. And now you're stuck with me. Ladies and gentlemen, please raise a glass to my beautiful wife, Ashley. And that's me.